Mic check on three. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Mic check! This is microphone 1. This is microphone 1.
This is microphone 2. This is microphone 2. 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 Ladies and gents, we want to thank you all for coming out to see it. Coming out to see the same. Ladies and gents, we want to thank you all for coming out to see it. Coming out to see the same. Because we are Freestyle Love Supreme.
Thank you so very much. Please give it up for Shockwave on the beats. Guys and Rose on the beats. Give it up for all to the geniuses on keys. And Sherman on keys. Mullady, Crowley. Third time. Special guest Jackie Donna. Cheers to we have a few words that are going to be said. We're going to bring the producers and the creative team on stage. We will take a step back. Please welcome the producers on stage: Thomas Kail, Jill Furman, Jenny Steingard. On behalf of John and Jenny, Lin-Manuel Miranda is already on stage. Give it up for our producers. And let's hear it for the creative team as well. Come on out, creative team, all our designers. Lisa, Jeff, Beowulf. Who else do we have? Michael Evans, Patrick. Yes. Tommy Kail.
It's time for Tommy Kail to talk.
Yeah. Please give it up for Tommy Kail.
Is Utkarsh here? I heard there was something about my rhythm that was mentioned earlier. Hi. You're on Broadway. Hi everybody, I'll be brief because, let's be honest, nothing could be longer than that show.
Actually, that was the first act of Hamilton, my friend.
So, on the second day of college at Western University in... Thank you. It was my second day. I was in the dining hall, and Anthony and I had met the day before, and Anthony asked me to write the comedy section of the newspaper with him. And the newspaper was called The Ampersand, and it was published twice a week, and Tuesdays and Fridays, the middle 2 pages, so 4 pages a week, had to be covered with comedy. And as an 18-year-old, I feel like I was up to the task. So I said yes, and Anthony and I became the first people in the history of Wrestling to be fired from The Ampersand 4 short months later. But what happened in those long nights of trying to figure out what might be funny is we formed this bond, and we started talking about other things we might want to do. We did a show a few years later. Anthony was the first person to ask me to participate or work in the theater. And we did this very Wesleyan production of a show called Hamlet Machine, which was an improvisational riff on a German expressionist play that we thought the world needed to see. We also wrote the comedy section. And that show in 1998 began, oddly, with the entire cast and me wearing a bandana around my neck, freestyling, as the audience walked in. And we thought maybe 21 years from now. No. And Anthony and I then spent a long drive from Brooklyn to Des Moines about a year later, 1998, 99, where we got to Chicago and didn't realize we still had 6 more hours and we thought we were going to die. And so we were in the middle of a hailstorm and Anthony decided to put on the B-side of Daft Punk's Around the World. And to stay alive, we freestyled. And so what happened in that, thank you. We can't clear it. You can't do that on Broadway. So, no Pickens anymore. And what happened in that car ride, in those 4 or 5 hours, is we understood something that I watched in getting a chance to see Anthony perform improv while at college, which is that all of the things that defend the inside of you from coming out melt away. All of those filters start to fall away. And in that car ride, I think something was planted that we thought was worth holding on to. So when Anthony started bothering Lynn during the rehearsals for In the Heights, and I would very often during our 10-minute breaks, which became 30-minute breaks, ask them to stop freestyling. I thought maybe 17 years later we'll be on. And what we did was we tried to take the things we loved about hip-hop, and we loved about freestyling, and all the things we loved about improv, and see if we could find a way to intersect them. And so in doing this, what I tried to do with this group is find a platform where all of the things that make you strange in the world make you beautiful here. And all the things that they told us we shouldn't do, or that meant we weren't paying attention or we weren't focusing, maybe we could say, bring that with you, and let's see what happens. And it took a long while to start to find a format and a place where we could invite other people. And they could take all the stuff that they were and they could bring it and see where it intersected. The final part of this was in 2004, we did our first run at Ars Nova on 50,000 Trent. With John and Jenny and Bill and Jason here. And it was the first time that many of us had ever been paid to make anything. There's a thing in the arts that you're expected to work for free for a long while, and that's okay. And what it does is you work your chops, but it also means that you need someone very early on to say, here's a place where you can go. So we were at Ars Nova, we did the show 5 or 6 times a week, and we started to find the rhythm of the show. And then we got into some festivals, and we went to the US Comedy Festival, where everybody's basically trying to get a TV deal. And so we went to this festival, and we did this 30-minute version of the show, and they brought us out to LA. It was like a really big deal. And they said, we love improv, and we love hip hop. What if there was no music and it was scripted? I think that was good. CBS is amazing. I don't want to say it was CBS. It was CBS. And so what happened during that time is we realized that the truest expression of the show was to be in a room breathing the same air as the audience. And we went to Edinburgh and we did 30 shows in 30 days, and I watched many of the people on the stage stand outside and hand out postcards, saying anything they could in rhyme and in verse to try to encourage them to come and see our show. And I saw the first show had 8 people, and then we had 12, and then we had 16, and then it started to grow, and all of a sudden we were finding an audience of people who got caught up in this spirit of possibility, of what's possible when you take all the things that they say you can't do or you shouldn't do, and you let those things flow. And most of us found not only the fundamentals of who we were, but a lot of our relationships, the things that ended up becoming the underpinnings of who we were during those late nights, during all of those performances. And so the fact that this group with all of these new members is standing here in front of all of you, people who have supported them, people who have never met us, and Amanda, people... Who got Amanda tickets to this? Not done yet. And here we are. I was thinking as we were warming up, like, Vanessa Redgrave was on this stage. Like, what was her opening night like? And I think that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to take the space that is Broadway and open the door a little bit wider and invite as many people to the party as possible. So thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
See you at the party that goes.
See you at the party that goes.
Yeah. Seriously, it's not okay to hit your kids though.